when we talk about Ayton, it's one guy that he reminds me of, and I wanted to see if you guys thought about this, but he reminds me of what he could be. His body, his speed, his length, lankiness. David Robinson. He reminds me of the Admiral because I remember checking the Admiral, and today the Admiral would probably be a power forward, but I remember thinking, this guy is so strong, so quick, and the only thing that made him not be a center was he didn't have that bulky size. Right. He could face up, spin, dunk on you, rebound, and wanted to know what you guys think when you think of a type of player Ayton can become, whether it's body style, same type game shooting. Anybody come to mind, Zeke, for you?
You know, not right off the top of my head, but Robinson is a kind of a good comparison because they both got the athleticism. It'd be interesting to see if Ayton can maintain the motor that David Robinson brought to the game every single night.
Yeah, I mean,
the Admiral was bringing like intensity.
Every single
night. We know his leadership, but you know, can Ayton bring that intensity to the game that the Admiral brought every single night? Yeah, that's what I'm interested to see.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Zeke. And again, Kevin, I don't like making these comparisons because you have a lot to live up to the name of the Admiral. You got to do it for years and years and years. But when you see, you know, you talked about it earlier on the court. You demonstrated how he can finish over you. He spaces the floor. I don't know if I've seen a big man that can be a traditional post player, or if he didn't even post up, do as well as any other big guy in the game today by just shooting outside and playing this game. I mean, in your context of checking and guarding big men, you know, what kind of do you put him in his potential?
You know, I love his jump shot. I just think sometimes, like you talked about David Robinson, he needs to get on the ground and put pressure on you off the dribble. I always thought, I just thought if I only guarded jump shooters, I was not going to be in foul trouble.
Yeah.
And I was long enough to get up and contest them. I actually felt like I had an off night, to be truthful.
Yeah.
I didn't like the guys that would pump fake and drive you. Yes. Where, you know, they would shoot it if you gave it to them, but they were looking to put it on you. Yeah. So, you know, so it says, you know, all their pump fakes and stuff like that, they were willing to go on the floor. I'd like to see him put the ball on the floor more, from the mid post, from the elbows and the attack. He's got a beautiful shot. And I agree with you, Zeke. I think his motor. I've seen him glide through some games where he'll play really well for a period, then have a 4 or 5 minute stretch where he's on the court and you don't see him. Like, well, where'd a guy like that going? But when you looked at his stats, the two things stand out for me. He's already averaging over double figures rebounding because he can, and he's shooting 60% from the floor. Yeah. So I mean, he is efficient. So I think the sky is the limit for this young man. But again, you got to add stuff to your game, and you just I hope he just doesn't become a 15-foot jump shooting big man, because I think he's more than that.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think for me, checking Karl Malone and guarding David Robinson were two of the toughest big guys, because what they did was they ran every play like it was practice. You know, the coach put the cones outside. They would run and keep you on your toes, and that type of aggressiveness, and not just settling for the jump shot. They hit two. Then when you think you're going for the third, it's a foul, pump fake, that type of frustration. But that's kind of what you got to go through in this league to learn how to get better. And hopefully for us, I think, hopefully for us, Ayton will do that and pay attention to it.